Tupac taught us that a rose can grow from concrete. But what of the skyscraper that rose from sun-drenched Liberty City soil? An underrated project never projected to stand so tall, so tough.
You did it! You did it!
Passed over and set back too many times to count, like too many of those who count on him now.
Nobody never gave me a chance. Nobody never gave me nothing.
Undeterred, this ever-rising high-rise remained determined to model for a city that would see its reflection in him.
I have an obligation to this community because this community has done so much for me.
A why rooted underneath foundation termed blueprint, learning to love and to give and to sacrifice from warrior women with strength to move mountains or to raise one. Into a mountain of a man who refuses to overlook the overlooked. Nobody cares. The refrain passed down from father to son. Handle your business. If it's the right thing to do, you get it done. And so he did.
There'll be another parade down beautiful Biscayne Boulevard!
Smart, fearless, competitive, undeniable willingness to work and to protect.
Fisher fakes, Fisher drives, blocked by Haslem!
A description of him or of them. Perhaps he is them. As he honors them, this is what we know of the one we call UD. More grit than Flash, more warrior than king, a curator of culture keeping company undivided with the wisdom to know that a ring cannot be a crowning achievement if his city is broken. So he seeks the side of the city that most do not recognize.
Everything I do is authentic because when you're authentic, you give it the best version of yourself.
Authentic in its aura, perfect in its imperfections, what is a reflection if it does not mirror the man in the first place?
People say people are born leaders. I couldn't have been born for this. I would have never seen this coming. But I'm here now.
With its calluses and scars rarely seen on TV. No coverage by TMZ or spring breaks on South Beach, but a place filled with people. His people, people who trek roads paved with ups and downs, highs and lows, who live and who love and who need an opportunity.
UD cares so much because people cared about me.
But not all opportunities are created equal. Some must be clawed and scratched for, like wrangling round leather recoiled off tempered glass. This familiar fight is nothing new.
Leading rebounder in the history of the franchise.
Had to work twice as hard to get one seat at the table, even harder for two, so their struggle becomes his.
And I have the ability and the resources I've been to put on a platform where I can help.
Inspiring the matured skyscraper to transform into a willing bridge, optimizing prime resources for grandparents raising kids, mothers on their own, businesses minority owned, the misplaced and mistreated in affordable homes. Motivated to move the marginalized to the front of the line, with the understanding that you must first see the future to stop resisting change.
I'm the epitome of what a foundation is. It's somebody helping somebody else.
So this looking glass changes into a crystal ball, forcing foresight on the forgotten, taking weight off their shoulders and adding it to the chip on his. It is no coincidence that Udonis begins with you. Perhaps he is not the mirror after all, but rather the reflection, or reflections. 305 of them, or even more. A selfless servant chosen to underscore every voice we cannot hear. Every flowing tear we cannot see, every crevice and fissure of the city that birthed them.
Everything that I do, everything that we try to focus on is because I'm at the ground root of these things with the people.
Truly a marvel. Like superhero, he lies awake in the darkness, pondering what his Miami metropolis needs next. Speaking of duty and responsibility as if it's genetic code, to whom much is given, much is required, an ode to John, to Deborah, and to Barbara, to championship trophies hoisted high above hardwood. It is in these still moments when the city he will never leave or leave behind weighs heaviest on his mind and his heart. Because even the most hardened OGs can have a soft spot, and we realize that somebody does indeed care.